What's up, guys? It's Parnellyx. I'm a 5-times Challenger Warwick player. Failed to get it last year, so this year we're going on the journey to Challenger. I'm doing a ranked series where I'm going to be just sharing with you my solo queue adventures. It's going to be a mix of educational and fun commentary and gameplay moments. And it's basically based off of Panzer Dragon's old Challenger to Rank 1 series. I was a huge fan of the way that he did that, so that's kind of what I'm trying to copy here. However, I do want to, make this series kind of my own over time. So please let me know what you guys like about this series, what you want to see, what you don't want to see, and I'll just try to make improvements with every single video release. Thanks so much, guys, and I hope you enjoy episode 1 of the journey to Challenger. All right, so we get into game 1 of season 14, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was really looking forward to it. I was very pumped, adrenaline flowing all through me, not just because it's the new ranked season and we get to climb again, plus I get to do this ranked series, but also because this is the first time that, I get to actually try out season 14 period. It's the new items, the new map changes. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Warwick is on this patch and just figuring out the meta. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I hated the mythic system. I thought it was garbage, so I'm very happy that's gone. But anyways, we're super focused going into each and every game right now, and we are giving it 100%. The only thing that we need to do is make sure we do not tilt our team, which if you're reading chat right now, you've noticed I've already tilted my team. I made the sacred mistake of typing anything. I thought it was strategy. I typed that we're weak level 1 compared to the enemy team. It triggered everyone into oblivion. So yeah, we're not doing that again. Lesson learned, but I think it actually had a massive negative effect in this game, not gonna lie, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Early lesson learned, that's a good thing. Fast forward a little bit, I finished my full clear. I see that Udyr got a kill topside, and I'm trying to punish him by counter jungling his Gromp. But as you notice, I wasted like 30 seconds here waiting for Gromp to spawn. I'm not sure if they changed the spawn timers or if I'm just stupid. It might be a little bit of both, but we wasted a ton of time there and I fell behind quite a bit in tempo. We get some of it back with a gank on the Tlia here, which is good. Or sorry, the gank on the Hawaii there. My Tlia ended up dying. And we're able to try to follow it up on a gank on this Cassante. Now, granted, he is level 6, I'm level 4, obviously. But I'm Warwick. I definitely have the ability to outplay this if I can lifesteal off minions, if I'm patient enough. But sadly, I actually went in a little bit too early, which was a big mistake by me there. I really should have just waited just a little bit longer, and I 100% would have gotten that kill. There's no rush for me there. Anyways, I tried to kill the Cassante again, which I successfully do on the tower dive, but my ult got canceled, which is very sad. And pretty much the story of this game is nothing is going well. As you can see, I'm 2-2. And granted, my deaths were kind of bad, but no one on my team is doing well. And I can't even take the neutral objective in peace. Everyone collapses on me. And that is just the story of that game. Ends in a loss. We start off 0-1. The very next game has a slightly better start. I'm not going to lie. It's, arguably a better start. We start off with a kill on the Varus. We right-click the Kha'Zix to death. And then Lux stays around here and I got Flash, so why not just Flash Q Chomper? Triple kill, 3-0 start in Warwick. That is what we're looking for, baby. And Warwick is a champion where if you have a 3-0 start on him, you should be carrying the game. That is the champion's a snowball champion, so go without saying. I wanted to show you that last clip, just because of the fact that I really wanted to highlight how hard it is to gank lanes now. It's just how wide the lanes are. That was one of the things I was really struggling with a lot this game in particular. Like all these gank angles I keep trying, just keep failing. I'm just completely not used to just how wide and vast these lanes are now, and the amount of vision that they're able to cover with wards. That being said, I am able to actually get really fed this game just by being the janitor and having, kills just fall in my lap. I didn't really do much this game. So the kills are earns. This obviously isn't really a recipe for climbing, but you take what you can get. So I do what I can here, 7-2. Now in this specific situation, I could have obviously just escaped by ulting towards my turret. I don't know why I tried this angle. Warwick is not a champion that can really run away easily, especially considering you're running Flash and you don't have boots too. So kind of an unfortunate situation there. But by the time this mid game starts, coming around and Yuumi starts to hop on me, I start to ball out quite a bit. You can see my build. I'm going Ravenous Hydra into Trinity Force. It's a build I was very excited about trying out here. And yeah, it's starting to really just dish out tons of damage, especially with this Yumi on top of me. I mean, look at this kill in this Orianna. I just shred her into oblivion. I don't know if this is the best iteration of a work build. Actually, as I'm recording this voiceover, I will admit that there's another iteration that I've been trying that I like better, which you'll have to see in the next video. But yeah, I think that I think AD Warwick, to an extent, like, is back. And when I say AD Warwick, I mean, like, back in the day before Mythics, I would always go Tiamat Warrior, and that was my jam. That was the build that I really, really loved, and I thought was the most viable version of Warwick. I think it exists again. I think it's back, baby, and I'm actually really, really pumped for the new season because of it. Even though in this video, I will admit I was very uncomfortable with the new changes and just being able to deal with them, which is going to be a theme throughout this video. But you especially noticed early in this game when I was failing like 5 ganks. You're not often going to be able to fail 5 ganks and, you know, win a game of League of Legends. But regardless, yeah, late game happens, and you can really see my build. I got Spirit Visage here as well. Not only because I have a lot of healing in general, but I also got Ravenous Hydra. Plus, I got the Yumi on top of me, and this pretty much makes me unkillable. So, yeah. This late game team fight comes around. I'm obviously the most fed person in the lobby, and how I play it is really key. Everyone's low HP, which is great for Warwick, but I need to flash into the middle of them and get a kill in order to split up the entire team, which allows me to just make picks in the rest. If I just played that fight front to back, then I was probably only going to be able to get like 1 or 2 kills at the end of the day, before we just push them in. But right here, I'm able to clean up the entire house, kill the Lux, and we get our first win. And we start off with Emerald 1 plus 62 LP. So we got quite a distance to go, but yeah, that's our starting spot. Very next game, we are pathing towards bot side. I noticed that the enemy bot lane's really overextended, suspiciously overextended. And this makes me think that Bel'Veth might be here for a counter gank. And voila, she is. I should have really listened to my gut here, and honestly, like, I kind of flipped this play. I was a little bit concerned about the fact that my bot lane was getting pushed in so hard, but you can't really make plays because you're worried about your teammates just losing too hard. Like, you just can't make that in League of Legends, and that's really what's going to kill you in solo queue, is when you start to tilt and you play not to lose rather than playing to win. Regardless, we follow up that play level 6 with Orianna roam down here. I actually didn't like this play because I thought it was kind of a waste of time, but Bel'Veth ends up face checking the Orianna, and we're able to just kill everyone, which is fantastic. So how do I follow up this? Recall and spend my gold? Oh, no. I sit in this bush, and I want to tower dive them behind their turrets. Fail it as miserable as possible. Leona's not here. Caitlyn can't attack anyone without getting hit by the turret, and we feed a triple kill for no reason. Actually, there is a reason. I inted. I griefed my team there, and that was a completely forced play that had like a 5% chance of working when we were ahead. So lesson learned, not to do anything like that, you know, moving forward. I need to make smart, calculated decisions. Yeah, they're not so forced. Again, like I said earlier, I was a little bit uncomfortable with the new changes, so there's a little bit of stress that way. Anyways, we're able to follow it up with some nice kills here, and I actually ended up dying to the turret after that dive to Gragas just because I didn't use my flash. I thought I was going to be able to walk out of the turret range without having to flash, but honestly, one of my biggest problems as a player is holding my summoner spells too long. So that's one of the things that I definitely am looking to change this season, is using my flash when I need a flash, or even if I just think I need a flash, even if it is a waste. I definitely need to get in the habit of doing that, as well as my ultimate ability. I have a bad habit of holding both, and it costs me just way too much. It actually cost me a ton of LP because I failed to use my most powerful abilities. So as you see right here, we killed the Bel'Veth at Void Grubs, and then turn on the Gragas and try to chase him into the turret. I am proud of myself for learning my lesson here and ulting away, so I'll take that as a win. And to follow this up, Bel'Veth tries to contest us while we're on the Herald. And while I get collapsed on here, I can just ult away, easy peasy, which gives us prio for the Herald. And we're going to use this Rift Herald to ride it into the tier 2 turret because it's worth a ton of gold. But like, who even thought of this idea to make Herald rideable like this? I will say, I'm not sure if I really like the Herald now. I mean, the riding part's fun, not gonna lie. It's very, very fun. However, as far as how strong it is, it doesn't really seem that great. There's a lot of risks to ride it into the turret, and it doesn't like destroy it actually does less damage than before, which I think is kind of, yeah, kind of underwhelming. But right here, I fully expected to die after getting the turret. Like I said, it definitely was worth. But anyways, after I escape this situation right here, I recall and buy my items, and I don't have my spells up, but I get kind of baited by the fact that Ornn lands one of the most sick combos of all time. It's a 3-man knockup after just landing on his spells, and that was just me inting, honestly. Like, I shouldn't have gotten baited by that. I should have been more patient. But a little bit later on, there's a crazy skirmish going on in the mid lane, and I'm coming from base, so I'm sprinting here. I got full movement speed. Lucian has all the kills, by the way, so I'm thinking, ooh, I can just ult onto him, kill him, and my team will just come in and help clean up. Sadly, my team actually didn't follow up, and that like really tilted me, but that was kind of my fault because I didn't ping them in. So moving forward, I need to do that instead of tilting like I did and just like hard forcing engages because I was just like, really, really tilted. I basically just threw this entire game away just because I was just like not focused after that play. But the very next game, I followed up with one of the worst invades of all time, at least one of the worst executed invades. The idea was there, but I just like ran out of the bush and tried to Q Master Yi when he was next to the Gromp, and then like, yeah, basically I just get collapsed on here. And well, I end up killing the Gwen, so that was, it ends up being worth, but that's like accidental. It was a terrible invade, don't get me wrong. But if you're a little bit more optimistic about my judgment than I am, well, this next play will surely have you losing all faith in me as I keep behind this Ahri and just willingly take two turret shots for no reason and die. Yeah, that happened. I followed it up by going straight for this dragon because I saw Master Yi on the Void Grubs. Cross map play, pretty standard in the jungle, but I come across one of the most frustrating situations you can encounter as a jungler, which is you're losing the objective across the map, and you should have numbers advantage, but your laners just don't have prio, so you just have to walk away and not die. It's a smart move. You gotta just walk away, take the L there. Sucks, but just make a play later on. And that's exactly what I do here when I'm on the Void Grubs and Tom comes in. We're able to get a nice pick on this Ahri. And while Rumble's getting chased down, he's able to burn down the Master Yi and Gwen to like really low HP. So me and Tom just chase him. I look like I'm dead, but this Tom E just does so much work. We're able to get a double kill, and we're in a pretty solid spot. I followed it up with a gank bot lane because I saw that's Kalista and Leona all in, and these are champions like when they all in, Kalista and Leona. So you just want to just completely ignore whatever you're doing and just sprint straight towards that lane just to get there in time. And we're able to get a double kill, and that puts us in a really solid position here. Everything starts to kind of change though. I will say that the mood of the game and like just like the momentum when I get kind of caught out here by this Leona, get like the entire enemy team is just sitting in the bush, which kind of sucks, but I probably could have avoided that by standing in the bush. Well, I definitely should have stood in the bush just to watch out for something like that. During this ensuing dragon, I actually get so pissed off at my team here. I don't think I played it right by trying to ult away here, or at least I could have ulted away sooner. But I probably should have just like gotten off the dragon, like re-looking at it. But I feel like there's no way the entire enemy team should be able to just run at me like that and just kill me. I don't know. Play was just super, super weird. We followed it up with a dive that looks really, really good, but I just completely messed this up by not ulting. Again, one of the key issue, or one of the main issues that I have as a player is I don't use my ultimate when I should, and I don't use my flash when I should, and that loses me games. It loses me fights, it loses me games, and it loses me a ton of LP. And that's a habit that I'm just gonna need to break. Yeah, we basically lost all momentum in this game, and right here I'm kind of paranoid of the enemy team doing this Baron, which just ends up like like me getting caught and us throwing the game. So yeah, take the L there. We're at Emerald 1, 2, 1 and 3 I wanted to cover all of my placement matches in this video, actually like all of my 10 first games. Fortunately, I actually have to like cut out literally half of them just because I'm still trying to figure out the editing for this series, but do let me know how you guys like it or like what I can do to improve. I'm going to take into account like every feedback, and hopefully the next video is going to see some improvements. I want to make sure that I cover every single game in my rank climb. At least that's the goal. I'm not going to be able to realistically do that, but that's the goal. So we're going to try to figure it out. If you liked the video, click on this button. If you didn't, click on this one instead. Thanks so much, guys, and peace out.